We're recording. Cool. So the 9 ways a millionaire real estate agent thinks is think powered by a big why. Think big goals and big models. Think possibilities. You know, that one was a real big aha for me last week, because one of the first questions that I asked myself was, is it possible that I can hit my goals in the second half of 2020? Meaning, can I do 12 months of work in the last 6 months? And it is. It's possible. So what would that look like? What would your goals have to look like in order to, what would your goals for the second half of the year? Because it's almost halftime. What would your goals for the second half of the year? What would they need to look like in order for you to hit your goals for 2020? Think possibilities, think action, think without fear, think progress, think competitively and strategically. Play chess, not checkers. Checkers is reactive, chess is proactive, and it's strategic. Think standards and think service. By the way, think service. Make sure you're on with Horst Schulze this afternoon. All right, so I'm gonna go to page number 72, and I'm gonna start reading right from the middle of the page. Gary Keller says, we've discovered that one thing all high achievers have in common is they are working for a big why. The big why is about having a purpose, a mission, or a need that in turn gives you focus. Remember the conversation. We're out 3 miles, we're fishing, and the boat sinks, and we're gonna swim to shore. Our big why is we wanna live, and we've got focus. I'm not gonna get distracted. I am clearly focused. High achievers always have a big why powering their actions. On page 73, Gary goes on to say, because a big why brings big focus and big energy, and a little why brings little focus and little energy, high achievers always have a big why. For the next couple of minutes, I'd like you to just think about what really motivates you. Write down your thoughts. At the bottom of the page, most people are driven by a number of reasons, and a lot of little whys can add up to a very big why. That might be an answer for you if you're having a hard time finding your big why. Does it have to be one big why? No, it can be a lot of little whys that add up to a big why. All right, so moving over to page 77, there is an exercise that I would like for you to do in Millionaire Real Estate Agent, and just fill in the boxes. Go to page 77. If you don't have a copy of the Millionaire Real Estate Agent, drop me an email, johndietz@kw.com, or if you're with Keller Williams, go see your team leader. All right, let's see, going to my notes. Okay. So high achievers always have a big why powering their actions. What is your big why? A big why brings big focus and big energy. How much more can you get done in a day when you work with focus? How much more can you get done in a day when you work with energy? Success is not the result of how many hours you work. Success is not the result of how much time you put into your job. Success is the result of how much energy and focus you put into your time. When I wake up every morning, my big goal is to do my very best, to be my very best, and to grow as much as possible. When I wake up every morning, my big goal is to do my very best, to be my very best, and to grow as much as possible. Any money I've made is simply a byproduct of my constant pursuit of personal growth. Any money that I have made is simply the byproduct of my constant pursuit of personal growth. This is a goal without a destination. This is the infinite game, not the finite game. If you are playing a game to be in constant pursuit of perfection, that is a game without an end. That is a destination you cannot arrive at, which guarantees that you'll always be on a path to mastery, because if there's a destination, what do you do when you get there? Striving to be the best you can be will keep you from pulling up short and settling for good. Striving to be the best you can be will keep you from pulling up short and settling for good. In a team leader mastermind that I was a part of this past January at Family Reunion, in a room with the top 200 team leaders in our company, Gary Keller started the mastermind by saying his number one challenge is we settle. And he was talking to team leaders, to the top team leaders in the company. He said, my number one challenge is you settle. Striving to be the best you can be will keep you from pulling up short and settling for good, and letting just good enough be the theme of your life. In the end, I am a strong advocate for placing personal growth ahead of any big why you have. This is playing the infinite game. Personal growth, to do my very best, to be my very best, and to grow as much as possible. To be my very best, to do my very best, and to grow as much as possible. Now, the exercise on page 77, I'm going to share with you what mine says. So at the very top of the exercise, I wrote, to serve God, to hear, well done, good and faithful servant. That is beginning with the end in mind. And when I say end, I mean the end. You are facing God and you hear, well done, good and faithful servant. There is nothing bigger on my big why in my pursuit than that. Now, I have subcategories beneath each of those. Change the world one life at a time. What do you think of that? Change the world one life at a time. Can you really change the world? Can I really change the world? Am I thinking too big? Do I have, maybe that's ego. What do you think? I mean, do I really believe that I can change the world? I mean, my gosh, I'm saying an awful lot about myself, aren't I? Who the heck do I think I am to think that I could change the world? Really? What do you think of that? That's not a hypothetical question. I want you to talk to me. Yes.
In the book, The Butterfly Effect, that's a perfect example. All it really takes is just for you to go ahead and touch one person, and that person touches one person, and so forth. You can do that. That's a piece of cake.
Every day.
It might be as simple as just a smile to somebody that was feeling really, really down. It might be a pat on the back. It could be an encouragement. Hey, you can do it.
Every day.
I think, John, you touch hundreds and hundreds of people. So not only within this group, but, with teams and not only that, with agents, but it's passed on down to families, kids, spouses. So I mean, think about it. As a leader, besides the people that you're coaching every day, your realtors and your brokers and people that you work with, they have families, they have spouses, they have kids, they have grandkids, they have, they have so many people that from you're touching and helping. So absolutely, you're changing the world.
Thank you, Corey. So here's my point, and thank you for saying that. So here's what I want you guys to hear, because this conversation is never about me, it's always about you. I asked the question to make this comment. If I can, you can. If I can, you can.
Absolutely.
There's so many people that are affected. Just one real estate transaction, and then you think about what you're doing, right? So this morning we got 45 participants. and then everyone who's in their lives, and so on and so on. So it's a very, very strong thought.
Yeah. Yeah. And think about that, Michael. I mean, it's been more than 3 months and we still have 45 people on this call every single day. And that always blows me away because I've told you guys before, I know one of these mornings I'm going to wake up and there's going to be nobody there. I'm going to be like, where'd they go?
I don't think so, John.
All right. My next sub goal under my big whys, net worth of $1 million. Is that okay? I want to have a net worth of $1 million. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I want to earn $1 million as a team leader. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the goal that lives right below that. Give away $1 million. That means I need to have $2 million if I'm going to give away $1 million and still be worth $1 million. I want to give away $1 million. How cool would that be?
Number one, you've done that with your kids.
Yeah, right. Number 1 market center in my region and top 10 in Keller Williams Realty International. $1 million team leader. I already shared that with you. First $1 million owner profit market center in South Florida and 100% in production with top 20% all netting 200,000 plus. Now, when that destination is guaranteed, we are on a journey with a destination that is assured. When we arrive at all of those drivers that drive the one big why, what does that look like?
Amazing.
Yeah, Eddie. Every single one of you deserve that. Remember, this is not about me. I didn't share my goals so that you can hear what my goals are. I shared my goals because I want you to think bigger and I want you to aim to live a bigger life, not for you, but for the people's lives who you're going to change. Although living a big life for you, super cool, right? Corey, I had an opportunity to go out with some friends this weekend and we went on a boat trip and we went to Boca Lake, I think it's called. I wanted to call it Boca Bay, but because a lake in the middle of the intercoastal just doesn't make sense to me. But Lake Boca, okay. And there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boats. And we're out there and just having a great time. And my thought was, why not me? Why can't I do this? And, you know, I thought of you because I see you on your boat and I see you out having fun. And I'm like, what an amazing life. You know, there is no such thing as a bad day on the water, guys. I mean, I'm a pirate at heart. Just put me on the water. I'm good.
Completely different role. 100%.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Everyone is, you know, they don't have the Florida grim on. They're, you know, they speak, they say hello, they're helpful. You know, it's unbelievable.
isn't it?
Oh God, love it.
Yeah, that's a great tribe. I mean, the boating group, the boating tribe, those people just hang together and life is good.
Right. Sure.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
John,
Yes.
why do you think people have always been that way with boating? Why do you think that they've always been friendly, wave a hand, give a gesture, a howdy do? Why is it different there, not on the everyday, you know, path of life?
It's a really good question, Jeff. Right? I don't have the answer, by the way. I mean, I can tell you a couple, I think it might be this, I think it might be that. And I think we could strive for that everywhere and every day. Yeah. Yeah. Common. They have something in common, right? And it's a great life.
They're happy and they're not stressed.
They're relaxing. It's not
relaxing.
stressful.
It's not
Yeah.
stressful until your boat breaks down. You have to call the towboat.
Oh
But
my God.
that's not it. That's not
But
even.
then everyone's been there one time, so they
Yes.
know that to help out.
Yes. There you go.
I think it's because I think all those answers are correct, and I think it's because it's community,
There you
much
go.
like this is community.
Yeah. All right, so I seldom read to you what I write in my journal, and today I'm going to. So this is what I wrote to myself after preparing for this meeting. I wrote, I want to live a big life, to change lives for good, to leave a legacy. I want to live without fear, to be financially worry-free, knowing that 100% of my cost of living is covered with passive income. I want to buy a home on the Intercoastal with a 36-foot yellowfin fishing boat and a 40-foot cabin cruiser. I want to have $1 million invested and $200,000 in savings. What's next? Publish Rainmaker. Write is life a lottery ticket. In-demand public speaker. Take Coral Springs to #1 in the region and top 10 in Keller Williams Realty International. 1 million in owner profit. Become an investor in 5 market centers. Take Title Alliance to 1 million in profit. Team Leader Hall of Fame. Keller Williams University Master Faculty. $100,000 in profit share. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Tell me that doesn't give you energy, because it gives me energy.
And it's
Gives
all
you
doable.
goosebumps.
Say that again.
It's
John, there's
all doable for you.
All doable.
there's no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen.
I already
you
thought
for
he was
that.
there.
Thank you for
Can
that.
I give one suggestion?
Please.
The next time you do that, write that you will have that in your future instead of I want that.
Thank you. Yeah, I 100% agree. And I know, wow. Jack Canfield wrote to write your goals in future tense positive affirmation form. So Erica, thank you for that. I'm rewriting my goals.
Got it, dude.
Wow. All right, give me a couple ahas, guys, and we're going to take it out. Make it a great day, right? Couple ahas. What'd you hear? What are you going to do? What's going to change? Yeah, Alex?
Since I want to make sure that I stay your friend so I get to go out on your boats.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. OPB. Other people's boats.
Right.
Talk to me, guys. Come on.
Well, there's definitely your will and your desire. And we all have a strong desire and a stronger will.
Yeah. Love it.
The thing I was thinking about was when you were talking about influencing people. And in order to influence people, I think it starts with your actions too, not just speaking. Right? So I think people notice what others are doing first before they speak. Does that make sense? So for me,
100%.
like every time you show up here at 8:30 every single day, that's an impression that you leave on me because you're committed to that for everybody else. So that makes me want to be a better person for everyone else that I'm leading.
Yeah.
Right? It's influence.
So here's what I'm hear Heather saying. I hear what you're saying, and are you somebody that I want to follow?
Right.
Because if you're not somebody I want to follow, it's just talk.
Yeah.
And over the course of the months that we've been having this, you have one reoccurring thought over and over again. It's having the right mindset. Everything that you're starting with, everything that you're doing starts with your mindset over and over and over again.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Alex. And if success is 90% mindset, then what I talk about 90% of the time should be mindset.
Absolutely.
Right? All right, one more. Okay, for those of you who are in the Fort Lauderdale Market Center, I will be on your team meeting today. I can't wait to listen to Pat Flood and Horst Schultze. And I know we have an announcement after that for everybody in Fort Lauderdale. I'm excited about that as well. And I am looking forward to hanging out with you guys for a couple hours. In a couple hours. In the meantime, win the day by winning the morning. Win the morning by getting on the phone and making those contacts. Make them care calls. How are you doing? What do you see? How do you feel? What can I do to help you today? So simple. get on the phone and make those calls. You guys make it a great day.
Thank you, John.
See you soon.
My pleasure always.
Thank you,
John.
John.
Thank you so much.